Area 5, we are almost halfway there. Let's continue into the Molten Core. Because clearly every other trainer in this place was a fraud and not a legitimate battler. Also, I just noticed that her socks are part of her leg texture, I think. Okay, I probably made the right lead call here. Let's see. I can definitely Fire Blast that Yanma, and then Sol will probably do a lot to that Gligar. No, I can't wait until I fight actually decent, challenging opponents. I forgot you got Quick Attack. I guess it makes sense. But really all you're doing is wasting my time at this point. Okay, one shot, nice. Didn't think I would for a second there. And yeah, for essentially a fully evolved Pokemon, that amount of HP is terrible at level 61, and that's even worse. In fact, I've seen there have been a lot of unevolved Pokemon so far with better HP than that Delibird, so... I mean, yeah, but Delibird's stats are intentionally designed to be terrible. Okay, there's Pelipper. This should fall to the old Fire Blast Psychic combo, I guess. Pelipper's special defense, as I've proved during the main playthrough, is not that good. And there goes Pelipper. No drizzle for you, even though I'm pretty sure Entei's Fire Blast would one-shot a Delibird even in rain. So that battle was pretty pathetic. If that's the authentic way of battling, then, well, yeah, I am disappointed. Okay, next battle time. No, not suspending, let's keep going. Okay, this guy does have a Gyarados, so things are starting to get a little bit interesting. Also, if you changed a few letters and added an E to your name, it would be very unfortunate. Okay, I have gone with Jumpluff here, because he has a few things that are 4 times weak to Grass, even though Jumpluff's actual Grass power is not that good. Let's see if I can wipe out that Pupitar, and let's go ahead and Psychic the Croconaw. If you don't use the Gyarados at all, I'm going to be very disappointed. Even though it's probably not got a good moveset this early on. I mean, it's funny, like in, I think it was it Battle Maison or one of the other, or like Battle Subway, I think it is, in one of the super lines. You see Salamanders early on, but they're Fly Salamanders. Although, actually, Salamanders do use Fly sometimes in competitive battling. Mainly now because they can turn it into a Supersonic Sky Strike. But also Fly itself is kind of useful in doubles because you can use it to get away from an attack for a turn. It's kind of like a pseudo-protect. And Whiscash makes me think of that one time that the anime just... And the anime has never really respected game canon, but one of the times the anime just dropped a ton of bricks on game canon was when there was a Whiscash and it's, there was this legendary fisherman who wanted to catch this Whiscash, and he'd saved a Master Ball all his life for it. And he finally sees it, uses the Master Ball, and the Whiscash eats it, and it doesn't work. And I could forgive that, if it weren't for the fact that Maze Munchlax was specifically caught in that exact same way, eating a Pokeball and getting the Pokeball to work from the inside. So, that was pretty dumb. Admittedly, Maze Munchlax's capture happened later than that Whiscash thing, but still. The Pokemon here are definitely starting to get a bit better, but they still have that thing of, like, they've got, like, 4 good Pokemon and 2 bad ones. But she has a Warbrain and something else good. I've already forgotten the team screen, but it was something else good, I know. I think she has an Alakazam as well. Anyway, it's kind of interesting how she introduced herself as a veteran. I just find it interesting how veterans, like, starting with... I'm not really sure what to do here. Don't want to use Rain Dance because that'll actually make them stronger. Let's just go for Mirror Coat. It probably won't do anything, but we'll see. But yeah, veterans started out, like when they first appeared in the series, they started out as elderly people, and then starting with later generations, veterans became like young adults, well not young adults, but like kind of like what's above young adult but below middle-aged. But I mean, I guess they changed to reflect, like, the kind of Pokemon fans who would be considered veterans at that point. And, yeah, nothing attacked Suicune, so complete failure of a mirror coat there. Let's just aim an Ice Beam at Walrein Slot and see what happens. There's not like there's an Ice Absorb ability that could potentially heal something. That would be kind of cool, though. Or like an Ice version of Lightning. Well, that would make Dragons really strong. Swalot. Not the best thing I could be hitting with this, but not the worst either. But like an Ice version of Flash Fire, I guess that would kind of be cool. Probably not an Ice version of Lightning Rod, because like I said, it would actually be... That would make Dragons a bit powerful in conjunction with that. Okay, no confusion, good, and Suicune still can't do very much. I kind of wish that Sol was the one with Mirror Coat here. I probably should switch out to Jumpluff, even though the moment that I do this, something weak to Suicune will probably come in after the Swalot faints. I just know that's going to happen. It's definitely going to happen. Because that's just the way things go. Yeah, Swalot's another one of those good HP, bad defenses Pokemon. Okay, it wasn't an Alakazam, it was a Kadabra. I suppose it's not something like really... I mean, I've got not very effective with Sol here, but let's... Now let's just Giga Drain the Azumarill, even though it's probably only going to do like a third. Meanwhile, Espeon does half with a not very effective move, because it's just that strong. Okay, let's see, is this a third? No, it was a little under half. Better than I expected. I wonder if a Helping Hand boosted one could KO. I guess I'll try and find out next turn. Provided the Kadabra doesn't do anything. No, it's not doing anything particularly bad. Just don't confuse, please. Oh no, I said it. I probably shouldn't have. Good. Okay, that's probably aimed at Jumpluff. Yes, it is. Alright, I'm just going to go ahead and go for a Helping Hand and Giga Drain. Let's see if this works. Kind of wish the EV you got in XD started with a Helping Hand, but anyway. Would have been a pretty cool move to have. Yes, that was enough. I always like fitting Helping Hand on my doubles teams whenever I train up a competitive doubles one. Because it is a pretty useful move in some situations, especially when it comes to spread moves. I don't think that's going to be able to KO even with the critical, so I don't think that Kadabra is really going to be that big of a threat to me. I will nope, I want to use Psychic, not that. I will maintain my perfect win streak here. You know, it would be pretty awesome if you could keep a perfect win streak going for the entire 100 battles, but that's quite difficult later on. So we keep on moving. 44. I was expecting an old man to come after that. Shut up, Tobias. I had to say that. I was always wondering what they changed that guy's name to, since it was Robin in Japanese, and they wouldn't be able to get away with that because there was already a character called Robin. But then again, they still did two Arthurs. So, I don't know. Although, I mean, I suppose they did that because the other Arthur is from a Japanese-only game, so... I mean, he did appear in Awakening's DLC, but still. But in the Japanese version, they're perfectly fine with having two Kamuis, because there's a Kamui in Gaiden, and there's also a Kamui, which is the Japanese name of Korin, in Fate, so... They're okay with having two Kamuis there. It's also kind of funny how Leo and Leon swap names. I know I've probably said this before in another video of mine, but... And this has nothing to do with Pokemon, but... I still find it kind of hilarious. So, the Leo from Fire Emblem Fates was called Leon in Japanese, and the Leon from Gaiden / Echoes was called Leo in Japanese. It's always kind of funny when localizers have a convenient sort of swap that they can do. Happened in Radiant Dawn, too, with one of Ike's weapons. I guess I'll save talking about that until I get to, because I do plan on doing Radiant Dawn eventually. X-Flood is a pretty cool feigning animation, and we're stuck with just coughing against an Espeon. This is going to end very quickly. So I think Coughing's face texture looks a little bit weird in these games, but oh well. Guess you could say, Tobin lost, Tobin lost, Tobin lost. I guess speaking of Tobin / Robin, it's at least better than him being called Bird, which is what he got called in one fan translation, because they couldn't fit more than 4 characters in the name. Holso. And we have Golem and Blossom. Okay, I led with the right combination. A lot of his team is weak to either fire or water. In general, I find that having, like, fire, water, grass is... You know, I just realized something. I didn't really... Actually, maybe past me did think about it when he was making the team. I'm not sure, but... I mean, it wasn't entirely planned. I just realized that this team has a fire, water, grass core and a fighting dark psychic core at the same time. It's funny how I'm only just realizing that, but those are some type trios there for really good synergy and good things to build a team around. So yeah, fire, water, grass cover each other quite well, and fighting dark psychic cover each other quite well. So, I can't believe I didn't realize that until now, but this is actually a pretty solid team for those reasons. I think, like, if I was gonna give, like, the team that I've used for story mode one problem, I'd say lack of electric moves, because I do tend to struggle a little bit against Gyarados. Yeah, I'll just surf the Crocodile. So yeah, electric moves would be useful here, and that's probably what I'll be going with eventually. Yes, I can just say, in my planned XD team, I do indeed plan to use a Fire, Water, Grass. I also plan to use a Dark type and a Psychic type. And a Fighting type, too. But those typings may or may not coincide with the Fire, Water, Grass. Like, so, what I mean is there may or may not be some overlap there. So yeah, let's see if we can get some speculation as to what I'll end up using. But, in the meantime, there goes Croconaw, and this battle is over. Again, just so much boring dialogue here. And especially compared to the story mode Mount Battle Trainers, they actually had some very good lines. I'm kind of annoyed that I had to cut out all of them. Well, that line's at least slightly less generic. Bergen. For some reason it sounds like some kind of obscure insult somewhere. You big Bergen. I don't know. That was... I didn't even know what accent that was supposed to be, but yeah. And, yeah, this is not going to last long unless I miss high jump kick, in which case this could potentially be bad. Okay, you survived at least. For some reason I was just remembering to I did a bit of Taekwondo when I was a kid, and I remember we watched videos, and those videos actually showed that jump kick and high jump kick are actually real terms that are used in real martial arts. Okay, that's just a speed fall, it's not an accuracy fall. So, that's good at least. No, I want to Shadow Ball you. Well, I don't think I needed the crit there. I've one-shotted Zartus with Shadow Ball before here, so I know that this thing's probably going to go down to a Shadow Ball. And Zangoose, then will go down to a high jump kick, definitely. I get the feeling that Kickface will be seeing more use later on, although I will have to be careful because he's actually not that fast. I mean, he does have a hasty nature, but not EV trained. That's going to be a problem. Oh, wait, of course I outspeed Sol. Sol has a speed drop. I was wondering about that for a second. I was wondering, wait a minute, is Kickface faster than Sol? But no, he isn't. It's because of that speed drop. I've actually seen speedruns lose due to getting an unlucky speed drop. Not of this game, of Red and Blue. I think it's actually just mainly Red that gets speedrun. Not entirely sure why. Worker Hubor. Reminds me of Tobor, the backward spelling of robot that's used in so many things, including some very obscure anime dub that was like from the 60s or something like that, that my dad used to tell me about. I just thought about something. This is completely irrelevant to this, but if I'm going on random tangents, so another one of those that my dad used to tell me about was a show called Gigantor, and apparently the theme song had this bit where it went, Gigantor, the space age robot, he's in your command, but apparently, I don't know why I find this so funny, but my dad said that his friends when he was young, actually no, this wouldn't have been, this was a lot later, but when he was young, his friends used to corrupt that into Gigantor, the space age robot, kiss him, you'll go mad. Yeah, I don't know why, I find misheard lyrics hilarious sometimes. But anyway, this battle is pretty much done. That didn't last long. I'm not gonna win. No, you won't, because there won't be a next time. Okay then. Well, I guess we'll be seeing a fabulous Mischievous, Wobbuffet, Golbat. It's kind of funny, there are a lot of Golbats around here for some reason. Wobbuffet and Quagsire, huh? Okay. 301 HP. Yeah, Wobbuffet has a lot of that. I think it's base 190. And yeah, all the better to counter enormous amounts of damage with. So, let's... I'm just gonna do my thing of ignoring that Wobbuffet, and I'm just gonna... I'm gonna Shadow Ball that, because I don't want Mischievous to potentially come in if the Quagsire gets one-shotted, which it probably won't be. Yeah, okay, it didn't get one-shotted anyway, but still. Just in case... Like, if I had one-shotted then Mischievous had come in, I wouldn't have wanted to have High Jump Kick aimed at this slot. The worst Shadow Ball could do is hit a normal type. Yeah, so, in-game trainer Wobbuffets rarely have Encore, so, or Tickle, I guess. Tickle has to come from their pre-evolution. So, yeah, this Shadow Ball probably is going to hit what's coming in next, and I really hope that's Mischievous. But yeah, usually in-game trainer... Well, that's not good. Okay, that's actually kind of bad because I don't want to get Aerial Ace, so I'm gonna switch out now. Or I can't because of Shadow... Ugh. I keep forgetting about Shadow Tag. I'm gonna do something weird. I'm gonna Reflect here, just because I want to... Actually, let's go for this. It will draw out this battle a little bit, but I want to get this Reflect up so that I don't get one-shotted by Aerial Ace, potentially, because I'd like to keep my perfect win rate. I'd like to keep it through the first 50 battles, at least. Yes, you are going for Aerial... You weren't even going for Kick Face, huh? Okay. Well, that barely did anything. Kind of interesting how you are always seeming to use Mirror Code, though. Do you know that I'm using an Espeon or something like that? I don't know if Psychic will one-shot, but I don't want to potentially... we'll see. We'll see how this goes. I suppose if the High Jump Kick hits Wobbuffet, then I can take solace in the fact that it won't be counted for very much. Swallow's fading animation is kind of weird, though. It's like, wings up, and then does that. That did almost 100 damage. Yeah, if that had been counted, that could have actually one-shotted me. That might have actually one-shotted me if that had been counted, so... Yeah. Let's just go for a Shadow Ball on you. Yeah, that Shadow Tag is pretty annoying, though. I'm pretty sure this Shadow Ball is going to finish it off. But yeah, normally Wobbuffet can abuse things like Encore or Tickle to punish you from ignoring direct attacks. Well, you probably don't battle much. Okay, we are almost at the halfway point. So this one stands in our way before we get there. This team doesn't seem that amazing apart from a Dodrio in there. Which was another one of those Gen 1 Pokemon that actually appeared in, there it is, in Ruby and Sapphire. But I think it was a Safari Zone Pokemon only. Obligatory mention of the fact that I always thought they were based on emus when I was younger, being Australian, but they're probably not. And yes, it is actually, at least in Australia, it's pronounced emu. Not emu, which was funny. Like, I heard it said like that in an American sitcom, and I had no idea what they were talking about. I was like, what the heck is an emu? And then I was like, wait, that's actually how they pronounce it in America? Really? But anyway, let's just, this is gonna go by very quickly, I guess. I was about to say, provided I don't miss Fire Blast, but I did not miss Fire Blast. And yeah, look at that HP. Yeah, ugh. Ledian may have good special defense, but the HP just completely ruins that. Okay, well, you were released faster than Kickface. That's, worrying for the future, but also at least somewhat impressive for you. But you're gonna get one-shotted by Shadow Ball, so it doesn't really matter. Lava Kadabra just barely reacts to that at first, and was like, oh, now I need to throw my spoon up in the air and knock myself out with it. Okay, this is it. Battle 50, the halfway point. Who we got? Pretty generic looking guy. Pretty generic line too. But this is not a generic team. This team's actually kind of interesting. It's full-on stall, so I've brought Luna to this fight because Toxic might mess up a lot of his Pokemon. Also brought Kickface because he has a lot of things that are weak to either fighting or Ghost. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and Toxic that Shuckle right away, because Shuckle does not like being Toxic at all. And I'll attempt to one-shot that... Or... And Shuckle is one of the slowest Pokemon in existence, so I'll definitely be able to get this Taunt out first. Or I could Taunt the Why... Actually, no, I don't want to Taunt the Why Not, because... Keep forgetting, Counter and Mirror Coat count as, no pun intended, but they count as attacking moves, so they're not stopped by Taunt. I had better one-shot you, or I'm in serious trouble. And I'll lose my perfect win streak, too. Okay, good, I one-shotted you. And... Well, here's the second, one of those. Why Not was actually banned to Uber as... Yes! And I didn't expect Withdraw. But yeah, Why Not was actually banned to Uber along with Wobbuffet back in Gen 2, which is kind of funny. Okay, this is tricky. I'm gonna go ahead and Toxic you, and I'm gonna go ahead and High Jump Kick the shot, even though this isn't super effective. What? Maybe you know that you have no moves. Sometimes the AI does know when it's been taunted out of anything usable and it's going to be forced to struggle, so it switches out. But I'd much rather hit this thing with High Jump Kick than Shuckle. I'm kind of glad that you did that. This is the first time we're seeing Toxic used. I still like how some of Umbreon's Pokedex entries refer to it secreting poison, because that's one of the moves that it likes using. Yeah, that's why I didn't want to Shadow Ball it immediately. I want to wait till its health is down a little bit, and then I'll get rid of it with Shadow Ball. But for now, probably don't want to Toxic that Melodic, because that will boost its physical defense, but I suppose I can just go ahead for the... I can Feint Attack the Wobbuffet, it's probably fine. I'll just Shadow Ball the Melodic just to finish it off. So that Melodic never got to do anything. And I wonder if he'll... Actually, no, he's forced to send Shuckle back in because it's the only thing he has left. Forgot about the Why Not for a second. That's kind of interesting, though, how the AI... I mean, I know that they do that in, like, battle facilities sometimes, if you've taunted them, or sometimes they switch out if you Trick Scarf them into a non-attacking move. Well, that would have hit me if this had been a later generation. And I'm going to taunt that Shuckle again, and now I know Shadow Ball will be able to finish it off. That Feint Attack, though, did more than I expected. So let's just finish the Wobbuffet off. I keep saying, so let's just finish off, insert name here a lot here, but that's kind of how the battles are going. And, wahaha! You have been taunted into doing nothing. So now I'll... Yeah, I don't think I even need Toxic here. I wanted to see it struggle at least once, but oh well. Kind of funny how, not funny, but just interesting how the AI knew to switch out there, but they do that sometimes. Yes, well, none of these Pokemon are hacked, so that statement is true. So that is straight perfect wins in battles 1 to 50, which admittedly is not that hard. Also, lol, we can see Area 51, but we can't see the trainer in it yet. So let's go ahead and claim our Poke Coupons. That's pretty much exactly as much as we won in every area up until then, so we almost doubled our Poke Coupon total. So let's just go ahead and rest here. And next time, it's kind of funny, all these areas have been roughly 30 minutes each. That will definitely change later on, but for now I'm glad that they're like that.